Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, or should I just say welcome? Because a lot of people are new. We haven't done an episode in I think like about 5 months, and a lot has happened. A lot has happened. I think you guys may notice a little difference. We have video now. A lot of people told me and Ian that just audio only is kind of boring. Like we have very short attention spans, and so we can't like sit down for 40 minutes just listening to something. We have to see something to actually like get our brain stimulated and stuff like that. So yeah, we have video now. Hopefully it can bring a lot more to the series. We're thinking of getting green screens so that like the backdrop can be like extremely interesting and stuff like that. We have a lot in mind. But yeah, the big question, why were we gone so long? Well, Mr. Ian, what's the answer?
Well, okay. So what basically happened? I moved to Florida, and the reason like we weren't able to record like for a long time or do anything, and we haven't talked about it at all, is because I had to send my stuff to Florida like a month before I was even supposed to leave. So all my like computer and my monitors, everything had to be packed and shipped to Florida. And then after it was shipped, a month later I flew to Florida. I made the move, and my stuff still wasn't in Florida.
Yep.
So then I spent like 2 weeks here, and I still didn't have my stuff. And I finally got it, but I was still missing a lot of stuff because I didn't have my desk or anything from my old setup in Haiti.
Yep.
So I had to get a bunch of stuff, new camera, everything. And then like finally we're all set up, we're ready to come back. And
Yes, sir, bro.
Again.
It's been a while, like, and the move, like, we had so much planned because it was like during the pandemic, so we were telling ourselves like we're gonna record like 2 episodes a week, like one episode every Wednesday. Like we had a lot planned, but I mean, sadly, he had to send his stuff like 15 months before he moved. But it's all good. So how's the move, man? How's the move? How's Florida?
Yo, the thing is, I would prefer living Haiti. Like, I think like, well, I don't know. I haven't lived in Florida before, like my first time living in Florida, so I haven't really made any friends. I haven't really met anyone yet. But like, I love Haiti, so I love like the environment. I love the people. Like, I just prefer Haiti. But like, the way everything is, at some point, like I had to move for this like better education. I mean, America, just better education.
Yeah.
Overall, it's just safer and everything is just better. I don't know.
That's actually, we're gonna actually talk about that later on in the episode, because that's like one of the things we had planned is like U.S. versus Haiti and all like the pros and cons and stuff like that. But yeah, like how like would you say now, like, well, I mean, you haven't started school yet, so I mean that's probably like one of the big things that are gonna determine if you prefer Haiti or like Florida, because you haven't started school yet. And you've just been sitting in your house and all, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have. Yeah. But a lot has happened, including Mr. Kanye West running for president of your country now.
Yeah.
Not my country. I mean, not my country. Your country. So how do you feel about that? Kanye West, bro.
I don't know. I don't think he's a good fit at all. Like, I don't know.
Either.
Like, it reminds me of like Michel Martelly, like when he ran for president. Like, you don't expect like an artist or anything to like run for president and actually win.
Yeah.
But then Michel Martelly won, and like I think we're gonna all agree that Michel Martelly wasn't the best president.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the same situation that's gonna happen with Kanye.
Do you think he's gonna win?
No. I don't think Kanye's gonna win.
Okay.
But if he were to be president, I don't think he would be a good president at all. He's not the type of person to handle like tough situations.
Yeah,
like, I don't think he can do that. Because I definitely don't think he can do that.
And look at the presidential rally, like that happened the other day. I didn't watch it, but you said you watched it, and I mean I've only seen like clips of it. He seemed like he seemed like a madman. Like, it's your first presidential rally. You're like freaking out. You're screaming at people. There's like I'm pretty sure he like screamed at somebody in the audience, and like he was like screaming.
Yeah, he was screaming at someone for having their mask on.
how does that
in the
make
middle of a
sense?
pandemic, like he's like Trump, bro. It's like they don't believe in the coronavirus.
And
like,
his excuse was like, take off your mask so I can see who you are or something like that.
Well.
And she's like, bro, like I'm not gonna take off my mask. Like, you're surrounded, you're like packed with other people, you know, like, come on, bro, like.
And I don't know, I'm not sure, but from the angle that I was looking at, everyone was standing. It's not like
everyone
there were
was standing.
chairs.
No.
Yeah, it's not like it was like a big like thing. But there's
Yeah.
still over 100 people in there. Some people had masks, but a lot didn't too.
Yeah.
Kanye didn't have one. The security didn't have one.
Yeah.
So it was like not everyone just like stuck together like sardines. And like yeah, like not respecting like 6 feet apart, like
yeah.
all that.
But I like a lot of like people were saying like, oh, like Kanye is not like only a rapper, or you know, like he's more than a rapper. You know, he has shoes, he has clothing brand. I'm pretty sure he has like a sub record label, like or just a record label, and like he does a lot. He has like an upcoming deal with Gap now and stuff like that. So like a lot of people could argue that Kanye is not only like a musician or something. Like he could be a businessman.
He
right?
is.
He is a businessman. But then like Donald Trump also, like he was a reality TV star. Like he did like The Apprentice, I think that was his show. But he's also a businessman. Like Donald Trump, like he had like the Trump Towers.
Businessman first before
exactly
reality or anything.
Exactly. So, but Kanye, I feel like Kanye falls into the rapper first. You know, then
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Kanye says some weird stuff in his raps, bro. He said something.
Does.
He does.
It shows that Tecumseh, like I said before, I don't think that he would be like very stable. He wouldn't be a stable like president. He wouldn't be able to handle tough decisions. Yeah. You can see that. Like I don't know if you've seen that clip before, but he was like TMZ, like the TV show where like it was like a drama. It's like a drama show, about, like celebrity life. And then he was there. He
went to like The Office or something, right?
He went to The Office, and he's having this huge discussion with everyone in there screaming. They're all screaming at him. Everyone's against Kanye because he's saying like some stupid stuff.
That's when he said like slavery was a choice or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. And then like it was just terrible. And then even in the conference, his first conference, bro, like he was crying.
Yeah, his first like press like rally type. You know, like if you're actually taking it serious, like you don't do that. You know, I'm pretty sure he's bipolar too. Like.
Yeah,
Kanye is he's the furthest thing from a United States president. You know, like he's so like, to me, like if he was president, I would see him as delusional. Right now, he's not delusional. You know, he's an artist. I think
Trump is delusional.
You think Trump's delusional? I don't know enough about politics to say. I think Trump's probably delusional. Trump's he's dumb. I think he's dumb. I'm not sure if like delusional fits it, but Kanye. If Kanye were to be president, he would definitely be delusional. Like right now, I can't call Kanye delusional. Kanye is an artist, you know. Like he has to say weird stuff. He has to do weird stuff to stay relevant in the news and like get all the headlines and get all the press. But I think he's a delusional man to be president.
Yeah, like he already sometimes can't handle the pressure of being a famous artist.
Exactly.
How can you not handle the pressures of being an artist and you expect to be able to handle all the pressure of being a president
bro,
of the United States, and one of like leading
top one countries in the world, bro. Top one.
Exactly.
Like I just
Everyone's
imagine
looking at you.
Imagine you're chilling, like you're Kanye, you're president, right? And then North Korea decides to launch a missile. What do? You're Kanye, like, oh, Mr. West, Kim Jong-un just like launched missiles to us. Like what? How would Kanye react to that? You know, like I don't know. I just can't imagine Kanye sitting in the Oval Office, like calling the shots and stuff like that. I feel like it's just really dangerous to the United States. I haven't seen his political plan. He might actually have like a good political plan. I haven't seen it. I'm not really a political person, but I just don't think Kanye is like. I just don't think he's right to be president.
Definitely not.
And if he's actually going for it, like that might actually like sway people to vote for him, right? So the people that would vote for Bernie are now voting for Kanye, and now Trump has the majority.
No, but I think Trump is losing. I'm pretty sure Trump is losing.
I'm pretty sure he is.
But you know what Trump is doing? Like I was like, I don't watch CNN, but I was like in my parents' room and then they were watching CNN, and I'm like listening to it, And then basically they were saying that Trump is like trying to stop the election.
Yeah, he's trying to like delay the election.
Exactly, like
He knows he's gonna lose.
He is losing.
He's
and
scared
then he's
of
trying
losing.
to like put Corona, like saying like now he cares about Corona. He's trying to use it as like an excuse for the election not happening. But before he was saying like, oh, Corona this, Corona that.
Corona's
like,
whatever. He doesn't wear a mask. Yeah. Now that's what I'm saying. Like he's not you see, you said he's delusional. I can't say he's delusional. I think he's dumb, but he is. Like he's dumb, but at the same time he's smart. He says really dumb stuff, but he knows how to manipulate people and how to use every situation at his best. Look what he does with Corona, you know, like he says, oh, people can't go out to vote in the ballots and stuff like that, but they can still vote. Like I'm pretty sure they can still vote in mail, because I think my dad,
that's what they're doing
in Haiti, I'm pretty sure
he
votes in mail. Yeah, so I don't know, bro. I think it's like November 3rd. Maybe he's just like, maybe he knows he's gonna lose, he's just trying to delay it. That's like 99% sure the situation.
And you know what the thing is?
Mm-hmm.
I realize this. Most Trump supporters, I think most are older, like 50 and up.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And the older you are, the more prone you are to getting the coronavirus.
Facts.
And Trump is not saying the correct things to like be protected and like be safe and like not getting the virus, not potentially dying. Because right now, like the United States is like almost like 500,000. Wait,
I'm pretty sure it's past 500,000.
Something like that. Like they have over 1 million cases and like
Let me pull that
almost
up.
500,000 deaths.
Yeah.
They have like usually over 10,000 deaths a day from the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then like it's already more prone to the older people, and then Trump is like influencing the older people, his like supporters. So I wouldn't be surprised if like most of them are like Trump supporters. I don't know.
Bro, the United States has 4,800,000 coronavirus cases.
How many deaths? Like over
150,000.
150 deaths?
150,000 deaths, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a lot lower than I thought.
4 million, bro? How do you get 4 million cases?
And then, when
That's
Corona
so
first,
crazy.
people are getting so sick of the quarantine. Because when Corona, when it first happened, people were being a lot safer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I've realized this in my own home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my parents were a lot more...
Same. When it had
they were
just started,
like, a lot more clean. Like, every day they take alcohol.
Strict too. A lot more strict. Like, they didn't let me go out at all. Like I would say, okay, I'm gonna wear a mask. Like, I'm not gonna touch anybody. Like, they didn't let me. Like, even to my cousin's house. He lives literally right there. Like, I could walk to his house. It takes me 5 minutes. They wouldn't let me. Now, like, I go to my friend's house like every 2 days with masks, of course. But like, I think like, because the thing is that when it had just broken out, everyone's like, oh, there's a new virus. And then at the start, everyone's like, it's just the flu, right? And then there's like this hit of deaths that hit. Like, there's this wave of deaths that hit, right? A bunch of people are dying. Like, people you know start dying. Like, your dad's friends start dying. Your grandma's cousins start dying, you know? And like, it's getting realer. Like, you're starting to see it. You're starting to see like supermarkets take precautions. Everybody has like the window thingies, the big masks, and like then you start to freak out. And I feel like that period of freaking out has kind of died down, because in Haiti, I like, if you look at the cases, we've peaked already. Like, now we're just on a steady just a steady line. Even though it's bad, it's way less like panicking than before.
Then again, you never know, because right now the United States has the most testing happening.
Yeah.
But so they have a lot more known cases.
Yeah, Trump said something about that.
Yeah,
Trump
and
said,
Brazil, which is another country that has a lot of cases too. And like a lot of countries that are probably not testing, but like some countries like Japan has like, I'm pretty sure Japan has less than over 1,000 deaths. And if you look at Japan, I've always noticed this about Japan. Japan, they are a very clean country.
They are.
In Japan, people wear masks on the daily before the.
That's the thing. The thing about Japan, you're saying it right now. They were already wearing masks before Corona. So for them, you don't have the Karens. You don't have the people, I'm not wearing a mask, I'm not this, I'm not that. Because for them, it's already like embedded in their minds. Like I have to wear a mask. It's already part of their culture, you know. Because in Haiti or in the States, it's like no, like it's so unusual to them. Oh, I can't breathe or whatever, right? Like with a mask on. So I feel like that definitely helps Japan. The fact that like they're already used to and comfortable with the mask.
Yeah. I feel like Americans are very stubborn too.
They are, bro.
They're
But I feel like it has to do with
very
Trump.
stubborn.
You know what the issue with masks is? It became a political issue. Because Trump and like the Republicans are saying, oh no, you don't have to wear a mask and stuff like that, and the Democrats are saying, oh, wear a mask, and you see people like Barack Obama coming out and supporting it, but like it became political. So you have all the Republicans, or most of them, or not even some Republicans at least, saying, no, I'm not gonna wear a mask. My president doesn't tell me to wear a mask. Like it doesn't matter to me, you know. And I feel like that's what like makes it so much worse, like because a lot of them are just stubborn. It became political, so that's the issue. You know something else you just said? You were saying about testing and about how America has the best testing, and that's a fact. They have the most testing. And when you look at Haiti, I'm looking at it right now, it says that we have 7,000 confirmed cases.
No, there's more cases, but that's confirmed.
This is what updated on like August 2nd, I think it says. I'm not too sure what source this is though. I mean it's just from Google, like it's just the Google thing. Okay? And it tells me like updated August 2nd. That's like yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
That's today.
August 2nd at 10:59. That's like a couple minutes ago. It says 7,000, bro. 7,000 in a country with 13 million like people in it. That's definitely cap. There's no way that's accurate in any way, shape, or form. And the only reason why it's not accurate is because we don't have testing.
Exactly.
We don't have affordable testing. You know, go ahead.
The most testing would be happening in Port-au-Prince. Mm-hmm. Like, there's definitely less testing happening outside of Port-au-Prince. So I think that 7,000, that's probably, all of those are probably in
centered in Port-au-Prince. Yeah,
exactly.
That's
imagine everything else happening outside of Port-au-Prince.
Because I believe that 99% of the cases are, if you like on the Google map right now, right, it says like you can like look on the map, it's literally like the only point is in Port-au-Prince. Yeah. So they don't do testing anywhere else. Okay, there's no one's educated about you have to wear a mask, you can't go to big family gatherings, and most of the people, they live in very small houses. They live in like this room could house like 3 to 4 people, you know, and they're like, it's not a lot of space for 3 to 4 people to live. Like certainly in a situation where there's pandemics and the deaths, it says there's 165 deaths. That is not true again, and the reason why it's not true is because you're when people die, they say, he died of grippe, or he died of this thingy, or like people sent like death on him, you know, like they just don't want to accept that it's coronavirus, and it's sad, it's terrible.
And then also like I saw like Gun Girl, right? I forgot her name. There's like this Gun Girl on Twitter. She's a Trump supporter, and she goes out and interviews people.
I don't know her.
She went out to the beach and she was interviewing people, and a lot of them are Christian, and they were saying like, oh, they don't care. Like, this is God's plan. Like, if God wants me to die of the coronavirus, I'll die of the coronavirus. So a lot, not only come see, like, some of them are saying, oh, it's because of masks, because of this. Some people are accepting the fact that if they get it, they get it. Like, they don't care. Like, it's God's plan.
So they don't wear the mask. They know that they can get it. They know that they can die from it. They're just accepting it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
That really is.
The coronavirus is just crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. So we wanted to talk about the United States versus Haiti. Like, we wanted to have that conversation. You were just saying that, like, how you moved to the United States and you prefer Haiti still. I think it's because you haven't started school. I feel like once you start school, you can actually tell. I personally, and like, I don't want to be shit. Like, I'm going to come out and say it, okay? I'm a person, bro. I've always loved Haiti. And I do. I love Haiti with all my heart. Right? I've always defended Haiti. You can ask, like, most of my friends, like ever since a young age, I've always been the guy to like defend Haiti and be like, oh no, like this the country, like it's the only country I've ever really known. Like I've been to the States, but it's always like a couple months or a couple weeks for the summer or stuff like that, right? And I'm also like very in touch with like Western culture, like United States culture, right? But in Haiti, I feel like high school nowadays, at least to me, like it's getting, I'm tired of it, man. And this was way before the pandemic too. Like I don't know, I feel like there's just this mob mentality, not necessarily a mob mentality, but like just the mentality of this is my group, this is your group. If one person from your group wants to be with one person from my group, both groups have to be together, right? Or this is my group, this is your group. If you want to talk to somebody in my group, you have to know everybody in my group. You know, like what do you think about that?
I think that's definitely true because like I can think of a couple scenarios where like if I was friends with someone, I had to know everyone before like even getting really close to the person.
And I feel like in Haiti, everything is so centered around Port-au-Prince, and everything is just so saturated that it gets to a point where everyone knows everyone, right? It's like, oh, you're Ian? Oh, okay, you're this person's cousin. Or you're that person's best friend. Oh, I saw you at a party with this person. You know? And it gets to the point where, like, you can't meet new people.
And then I feel like it's, like, the same, like, schools. Like, there are schools, but, like, it's like schools. Your schools, like, comme si, like, okay, if I'm in a school in Florida, and you're asking about someone from another school, I probably won't know them.
Yeah.
Because schools in America, like usually have like 2,000 kids in one school.
Yeah.
And then usually have like 500 students. For a high school, like 500 students. For one grade, like the whole of 10th grade, could have 500 students.
Yeah.
So you're most likely not going to know anyone else outside of your school. In Haiti, like, you know
everyone.
Exactly.
Everyone knows everyone. And if you don't, like, let's say you, for example, right? Somebody comes up to me and they're like, yo, do you know Yan QV? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, they're always hanging out with this person and they go to this school. And I'm like, oh, okay. I probably see who they are. You know, that's what I'm kind of getting sick of with Haiti, man. Like, my brother recently went to college, and this was like, he just finished his first year of college, and the way he talks to me about it, like, and just about the States in general is like, I don't know. I feel like it's refreshing, kind of, because I've always been in Haiti like my whole life, and I love Haiti. I don't want to seem like that one guy who's, oh, I hate Haiti, this is a terrible country. Like every country has, you know, their pros and cons, right? But man, like, I don't know, I feel like high school in the States would be refreshing, because high school in Haiti is getting tiring. Like, and it's just the fact that everyone knows everyone. Like, that's kind of like the big.
In America, you're gonna always meet someone new every day. In Haiti, you can meet someone new every day, but most likely you'll know the person before you even meet them.
Exactly. You'll
meet
hear
someone, about them, you'll see them, like.
Exactly. You can meet someone new every day for 2 weeks, and then you know everybody. You know everybody, like. And when I say this, I'm like, not strictly, but I'm mostly talking about like the upper class, like the more wealthy people in Haiti. You know, because there's 13 million people in the country. Obviously, like, who am I to complain about meeting new people? Maybe I just don't want to go ahead and meet like just other people, you know. But like, yeah, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like, let's take the States for example. You could just be walking around, like, you could literally go anywhere and see somebody and go up to talk to them and stuff like that. It's not like, it's not the same in Haiti. I feel like people's minds are wired differently, to a point where it's like, I know this person, I know that person, this person knows this person, boom, end of, like, that's the end of the chain, you know. So like, that's kind of like one of the big things for me. But at the same time, bro, like, I'm really scared of school shooters, and there's a lot. I don't think I know of one reported school shooting in Haiti, bro.
No, I there have been. I remember, like, I think I have heard about school shootings in Haiti, like a specific incident where like 2 volets just came into school and started shooting. But I don't. You rarely hear about it.
Yeah, you rarely hear about it.
In America, I'm pretty sure there's like one, like once a month. I'm not
Once a
happy.
month, bro. I'm pretty sure it's more common.
Yeah, it's.
Let me.
It's really
Okay,
bad.
I'm gonna search it up. I'm gonna search up like school shootings this year or something. I'm guessing.
I think there are over 100 school shootings over the year of 2019. Search up 2019 because 2020.
Yeah, 2020's year was like. It wasn't a year.
Yeah, it wasn't a year. Definitely not for people in Haiti. How many?
In 46 weeks this year, there have been 45 school shootings.
In 2020?
CNN.
Wait, no. Wait, 2019 or
November
2020?
2019. This was like written in November 2019. So it's I'm pretty sure it's like the 2019-2020 school year, but like the start of 46 weeks, there have been 45 shootings.
That's a school shooting a week.
That's like 0.9 shootings a week, bro.
Yeah.
That means there's 1 week where there wasn't a shooting, and then every other week there's a. You see, that's like I don't know. That's very scary to me.
That is.
That's very scary to me. What do you think of like guns?
Yo, just ban all guns. Like I think it would just ban all guns.
You think
like,
ban
I don't
all
understand
guns,
why
bro?
people feel the need to have. If everyone didn't have guns, I don't understand why people would feel the need to have guns at all.
I don't know either. I think because I know that fully automatic guns, I'm pretty sure they're banned in most states, maybe the whole country. That's what I think. But I know that semi-automatic guns are not banned. And like
No. Automatic guns are legal. Let me tell you. There's in the army, the gun they use is a M4 carbine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a legal version. M4 carbine is for military use.
Mm-hmm.
AR-15 is the legal version of the M4.
Yeah.
And it's like a fully automatic, like they have Uzi, like real Uzis, like video games, like all those guns. Like I don't know if you ever watched the YouTuber Demolition Ranch.
No, I don't watch him.
This
I
guy
think
would just
no, I don't.
he would do like just experiments with guns and like shooting stuff. Yeah, he would just do experiments. He would just do experiments with guns and stuff. And then like if you see his like arsenal, his whole collection of guns, bro, like
It's a lot of guns.
It's a lot of guns, bro. Hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on guns, bro. Like that blows my mind that someone is allowed to have.
Yeah, I don't think, bro.
guns.
Like I feel like non-automatic guns should be allowed because obviously Americans are always gonna want to feel secure. Like it's a big country and there's a lot of crime like going on. You know what I'm saying? So I personally don't like guns. I hate guns. Like if you show me a gun, you tell me, yo, this is yours. I'm not gonna take it. I hate guns. Like,
Put it away.
you have so much power in your hands. You have like someone's life in your hands when you have a gun. Like I hate guns, but I know that there's millions of people that love guns and millions of people that are gonna shoot you for their guns. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it could like start a war.
Oh, definitely.
Like I think people are crazy enough to start a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
war
Definitely.
because people are trying to take their guns away.
Definitely. And one of like the thing is like the biggest question that people were like asking, and I've like looked into a couple of videos of guns and stuff like that. A lot of people were saying like, okay, if they ban all automatic guns or all semi-automatic guns, what are you gonna do with my automatic gun? Are you gonna take it? Are you gonna refund me the money? Or like, are you gonna stop selling guns? Or are you gonna like take away my gun? 'Cause in my head, like I think just stop selling them. If you already own one, then you already own one. You know what I'm saying? Because people are never gonna like agree to give you their guns back. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, and then, there's a very like
guns, bro. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Heavy topic.
It's a lot. Guns. Speaking of guns, Neuralink. Elon Musk. That has nothing to do with guns. But let's talk about that, bro. Are you excited for it? Neuralink.
I really am, because I've always dreamed of that happening. I've always wanted it to be a thing where I could just put a chip into my head and just listen to music. Because if you see me at school, if you see me, I always have my AirPods in
Same,
class.
bro,
I'm
same.
always listening to music. Like, music just puts me in a different vibe. Like, it brings my mood up. Like, it just helps me work better. So, like, I've always wanted it to happen. But, like, I don't always want to have headphones on all the time. So I was like, yo, what if there was like a chip I could put into my head and
How
just
cool
play
would that
some
be?
music?
Yeah. There's like I've seen there's a lot like about Neuralink that's not just about music. Like it's about like if you have the chip, if I have the chip, we can communicate through the chip instead of talking. Because like, and this is from what Elon Musk said. He said like speaking, you lose a lot of data that you want to say from your brain. Like what you have in your brain is half of what you say. Like
That
what you
happens
really want to
everywhere.
say is half of what you, because through that like that you see, like now I'm losing that data, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Through that like how do I say that, through that like voyage basically, right, from your brain through your mouth, you lose a lot of data.
Like,
Right.
I can think of so many times where I've had to like have a public speaking, like just like free speech. I just had to talk like that, and then or if I'm in an argument, I have something to say in my head, and then when
You
I'm
don't
about
know how to
it,
say it.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what I'm most excited for, is the like the communication aspect of it. Is like you lose a lot of data when you talk, and it happens to me a lot.
Also, you know what it could be good for?
Tell me.
Communicating with people that don't speak the same language as you.
Yeah,
Like,
or
imagine-
communicating with mute people that just can't talk.
Exactly, people that are
Yeah.
deaf or anything.
Yeah,
You can communicate with them. Like, imagine like the world would be more connected. People could speak to each other. Like, I think that would be.
it seems like a dangerous thing though, like, cause you're putting a chip into your brain, and there's a company that controls that chip.
I see that. Like, it can be like there's. I mean, if it's in the wrong hands, like it could definitely. Like,
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
know you don't know the science behind it. You just know they have it, and this and it
Exactly.
does that. But you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know what the company can do with it. You don't know, come see, they can like explode or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
It could just like
they fry your brain.
exactly
Whatever.
You don't know.
Would
It's a
you?
risky thing.
I've been talking this about my brother. Let's say tomorrow there's like testing for Neuralink. Would you like put yourself as a guinea pig to be
No.
tested?
If
No?
it was testing, no.
I would. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're literally signing yourself up to be in history books.
That is true. But I think there's too many people. If there's I think a lot of people would sign up for that. And if it's me out of like millions of people, I don't think I would sign up for that, just because.
Yeah.
What's the odds of my name going to history books
That's a
and
good
testing
point.
this
That's
out?
But I feel like, bro, just for humanity, I would do it. Like, I feel like it's such a exciting and interesting thing. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a Elon Musk fanboy. Whatever he does, you see that ugly Cybertruck? I think it's very nice.
It is pretty nice.
I think it's very nice. Well, if I say this in front of my dad, he's gonna flip out because he thinks it's so ugly. We have so many arguments about it, but I feel like if it was anybody else that did the car, I wouldn't like it, to be honest. If it was Toyota that came out with that same design, I would not like it.
Yeah.
I feel like just because it's Elon Musk, like, just because, I feel like that's why I like it. Elon Musk.
I
is
love what he
genius.
does, like SpaceX, all of that. Like, I don't know if you. I think I saw this. I forgot. I think I watched Casey Neistat.
Mhm.
I don't remember who it was, but Tesla, like the whole company, they're like building a tunnel
Yeah.
for
It's
like
called-
traffic.
He has a company called the Boring Company.
The Boring Company,
Yeah, and it does tunnels.
the same company that made like the giant flamethrower.
Mhm.
Yeah, they were like making like this testing like this. This was like 3 years ago or 2
Mhm.
years ago.
Mhm.
They made like this huge tunnel. I'm pretty sure it was in New York or something. And they were like
LA.
testing-
There's tunnels in LA right now. Yeah.
and they were like testing it, and then it was just ways to like stop traffic, like just
Yeah.
to help better traffic. Like,
I'm not sure if it's LA, but I know it's California. I'm pretty sure it's California, or
yeah.
Nevada. I'm not sure, but I know it's on the West Coast definitely. But yeah, man, Elon is doing a lot. He's doing a lot. He's like,
Yo, when Neuralink was announced, I remember I know a couple people that did not like the idea. They were saying that you're losing touch with humanity.
I think you are losing touch with humanity.
You definitely are, but I think.
But it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
No, I think we've lost that thing. Like from like where time has started to now, I think we've lost touch with humanity already.
Yeah, I think we've
like
lost enough touch.
Phones, texting, we've already lost touch with
Look
humanity.
at us on a video call.
Exactly.
And then another person is watching us on a screen. You know, like I think like it doesn't. It's not like too much of a big jump from where we already are.
We already are, exactly.
Yeah, we have VR headsets now. Like we don't even have to like go out and see a roller coaster. We can sit in our chair, put on the headset, and like actually
feel like the same
experience
excitement.
Yeah. Like I feel like, bro, like at this point, who cares if we lose touch with humanity? We're advancing in technology. That's how I see it. And I mean, I agree that we're losing touch with humanity. I feel like speaking with your voice, I feel like the voice is a really beautiful thing, and I feel like it brings people together, right? But like at this point, man, it's 2020. Like, put the chip in my brain, bro. I'm taking it. Like,
yeah,
put the chip in my brain. Like, I'm serious.
It's definitely a different time. I think
it is.
Yeah. Cause like I look at all stuff. I'm like, damn, this is what my parents grew up with. Like, this is what I'm growing up with. Like, that's crazy.
And imagine what our kids are gonna grow up with. You know,
bro.
Like, my dad was in college. The internet didn't even exist.
Yo,
you know?
When my mom was in college, man, I appreciate email had just came out, but she didn't have a computer, so she was still sending mail to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like through like physical
letters.
letters or like with the typewriters, but like actual letters, you know, like now everything is just so like happening like so quickly, you know, like technology is advancing fast, and who knows what's coming in the future. Like probably some scary stuff.
It really is.
Like, bro, like if you really think about it, look at us. We built PCs, right? We've built computers. Back in the day, computers would be the size of my desk.
The size of the room, bro.
Yeah.
Like, computers were massive, and when like email and computers and all that stuff came out, they were expensive.
I know.
Super expensive. Like barely anyone had them. Like imagine now, like we think like $1,000, $2,000 computers are really expensive now. Imagine like
back
like,
then, bro.
Back then, when my parents were like in their 20s, they're seeing this computer. Like,
this big thing.
It's big, but
and then you have an even bigger screen. You have a fat screen.
But actually, no. I just thought about it. Back in the day, expensive was like different.
What do you
like,
mean?
My dad would tell me, come see, like when he was in school, he could buy a sandwich for like one good like or something.
Yeah, like a couple of cents. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then if it was more than like sing good, it was too expensive.
Yeah.
But now you buy a sandwich for like.
You can't buy anything with Sengood.
Yeah, you can't buy anything. C'est purely la oui. After that, you can't buy anything. Like you can't buy anything.
But I mean, that's just how the world works, man. Like currency changes, you know. Like what was $1 yesterday is gonna be $10 in 2 years. You know, like that's just. I feel like it's crazy because it's. Like how everything just changes and evolves, you know, and that goes back to the technology thing. Like the same way $1 was so much, like a couple decades ago, a computer or a telephone, like the actual big box telephones, they were a lot, you know. And now you have this thingy that almost everybody has. Almost everybody has it, you know. And like even if it's not like an iPhone or whatever it is, smartphones, everybody has them.
Crazy innovation.
It's crazy how the world works, man.
Like I'm looking at my computer. The other day, I was thinking about this. Like we both know how to build computers. We've built computers. We know what parts go into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
But I know, like I personally don't. I know what they do. I don't know how they work. Like
What do you mean?
Don't, like how I was thinking about this. Like how can you make un petit bout de fer? How do you see like a petit bout de fer, like a little metal piece, and then you make it display something on my screen? Like I'm looking at you right now, but what how do you even create that?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think about that for like hardware stuff like the computer. I don't really think about it like that. I mostly think about it for like soft, like the internet, bro. Like, how are you who's just sitting here and tells themselves, "Yo, I'm gonna create this thing." All right, just listen to my pitch, okay? I'm gonna create this thingy. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. All right, but it's gonna be on these big computers, okay? And it's gonna enable you to send data from point A to point B through thin air, through air. How crazy does that sound, bro? Even in 2020, that sounds crazy, bro.
It really is.
How do you make that up? How do you like, bro,
like, how did the person who invent coding? Like, that's just like, because like everything is code. Everything is like every software, internet, all of that is like, who invent? Yo, like that. Who invented coding?
Who invented coding, bro? I don't think it's who invented coding more. I feel like it's more who invented like the internet. Because who invented coding? Oh, I don't think I'm gonna find that, bro. Coding theory is a study of properties code respective. No, bro, it's I don't think I'm gonna find this.
But it's still like a crazy thought to me.
Okay, so there's names here like Alan Turing and Alonzo Church in the 1930s, bro. Jeez. Like okay, there's programs. Okay, this is the main thing that really baffles me. Okay, because I every now and then I try and dip my foot into the coding pool and stuff like that, right? And I know a couple applications, right? There's this application called PyCharm, right? And it that's what you code like Python on. That's what you code on, right? Basically, who creates that? Because you use PyCharm to create like other like games or whatever, right? But what do you use to create PyCharm? Because you can't just create it out of nothing. It baffles me. Baffles me. Yeah, it's really mind baffling. It's just crazy. Wow, bro. Internet is a crazy thing. But yo, just to I guess we're gonna wrap this up in a bit. But before we do, I just want to since we're back and all, I just want to like kind of clear up how it's gonna be, right? So when we had first started the podcast, and I know Ian's gonna agree, we were trying to be so professional about it. We were trying to be oh, welcome, this is this, that is that. We had guests on. We were so professional with the guests. We were forcing, it was really forced. It felt really forced. And to me, rewatching it now, even the way I talked, I didn't it was obvious that it was forced and stuff like that. So one of the main things that we're just gonna focus on is just making it just a conversation between friends, and you guys are listening into it, right? The viewers, you guys are just listening to us talk and having fun. Of course, we're gonna have guests every now and then, but we don't want it to be a guest based podcast, because then when we don't have guests, then it's just boring and you guys are not used to that. So it's not gonna be necessarily guest based. It's gonna be us two, but of course we're gonna have guests every now and then. We do have a couple guests in mind. So yeah.
No. So I think there's a lot of things coming. Trust me.
We have a lot written down and about.
Do you want to say one thing?
Do I want to say? Sure, go ahead.
Anything from our ideas?
Sure. Yeah. Just one thing, I guess.
Nah, actually, let me.
You gotta be careful what you say, because there's a lot that shouldn't be out yet.
Yeah.
A lot. So I don't know. While you search for that, I'm just do a little outro.
Check Discord. Check Discord.
Okay. Check Discord. Let me see. Yeah, sure. You can talk about that. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. You can talk.
So what we want to do is also start
And what we've been doing, kind of.
We have, because we've been doing it on like a personal like thing. Like we've been doing it for other people, but not as a company, not as a business. So we want to start editing videos for people and like just like make like have it so that people can express themselves and then put it on the internet for them, and we edit them for them, make it easier for them, because that's like, something that we both love and enjoy doing, and it's something we've been doing it for people.
We've been doing it for ourselves for years too.
We've been doing it for ourselves for years, but
4
now
to 5 years.
It's time to like expand and start making it like a business and start making money.
Yeah, because like we have skill, we have the skill to do it, you know, and we've been doing it like on a personal level. Like I've been doing it, he's been doing it, but we haven't really like joined it yet, like made it a joint thing. But yeah, we plan on making it a joint thing, and like the whole Complexity company is just gonna become a Complexity media company. We're not making a Complexity podcast. Like we don't want it to be restricted to the podcast only. Like we have a lot in mind, and when I say a lot, like that editing thing is just like the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot, like a lot in mind that we can't yet talk about. We can, but you know the hype is just, it's not there anymore. But yeah, I guess that wraps it up. First episode back. We that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for listening. So this is pretty much how our episodes are gonna go. We're gonna have the webcams when we have guests. We're not sure if they're gonna be able to have webcams. Hopefully we're gonna try and figure that out with them. But yeah, thank you guys for listening or watching. Hopefully watching, because we're gonna use YouTube as like our main platform. So thank you guys for that.